Right now, somewhere in your pocket or on the table beside you, your phone is waiting. You already know you're going to check it. Maybe in the next 10 minutes, maybe in the next 10 seconds. You tell yourself it's about the notifications. It isn't. The real answer is far stranger, and it has almost nothing to do with the year 2026. Your brain wasn't built for glowing rectangles. It was built for something much older, something that kept your ancestors alive on open grassland, in shadowed forests, in the dark hours after the fire burned low. And that ancient system is still running, right now, inside you. Think about the last time you felt your phone buzz. What happened in your body before you even looked at the screen? Your hand moved first. Your heart rate ticked up, just slightly. Your attention snapped away from whatever you were doing, whether you wanted it to or not. That's not weakness. That's not a lack of discipline. That's a 5 million-year-old alarm system doing exactly what it evolved to do. Here's the strange part. Your ancestors didn't have phones, but they had something that worked almost identically. A rustle in the grass, a shift in the wind, a shadow crossing at the edge of vision. Any one of those could mean food, danger, or a rival tribe. And the humans who checked, who turned their head toward the unknown sound instead of ignoring it, were the ones who survived long enough to pass that instinct on to you. So when your phone buzzes, you're not being weak, you're being ancient. But there's a second layer to this, and it's even stranger than the first. Because a notification isn't just an alarm, it's a gamble. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran a series of experiments with pigeons in a box. He gave some pigeons a lever that released food every single time they pressed it. Predictable, reliable. Those pigeons pressed the lever occasionally, when they were hungry, and then walked away satisfied. But then Skinner changed the rules for a second group. Sometimes the lever gave food, sometimes it gave nothing. No pattern, no way to predict it. Those pigeons didn't walk away. They couldn't stop pressing. Skinner called this a variable reward schedule, and it turned out to be one of the most powerful behavioral triggers ever discovered. Not because the reward was guaranteed, because it wasn't. Uncertainty, it turns out, is more addictive than certainty ever could be. Now think about your phone again. When you unlock it, you don't know what you're going to find. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's a message that makes your whole day better. Maybe it's a like, a comment, a piece of news you didn't expect. You are, in that exact moment, a pigeon pressing a lever that sometimes gives food and sometimes gives nothing at all. And just like Skinner's pigeons, you keep pressing. But why does uncertainty light up your brain so much more than a sure thing? For that, you have to go even deeper, down to the level of a single neuron. In the 1990s, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz was studying dopamine, the brain chemical everyone associates with pleasure. Except Schultz found something nobody expected. Dopamine wasn't firing when the reward arrived. It was firing before the reward arrived, in the moment of anticipation. And it fired hardest not when the reward was guaranteed, but when the reward was uncertain. In other words, your brain doesn't crave the payoff. It craves the not knowing, the maybe, the tiny gap between reaching for your phone and seeing what's on the screen. That gap, that fraction of a second of pure uncertainty, is where the actual chemical hit lives. Every app you use has learned this, whether the people who built it meant to or not. The pull to refresh gesture, the three dots that appear when someone is typing, the unread badge with no number attached. These aren't accidents. They're modern versions of Skinner's lever, engineered for a brain that was designed 100,000 years before any of this existed. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it might be the strangest one. Because checking your phone isn't just about danger, and it isn't just about uncertainty, it's about connection. An anthropologist named Robin Dunbar spent years studying primates and their social behavior. He noticed that monkeys and apes spend an enormous amount of their day grooming each other, not for hygiene, for bonding. Physical touch, repeated and consistent, is how primates maintain their social bonds and know where they stand in the group. Humans don't groom each other in the street, but Dunbar's research suggests we replaced physical grooming with something else entirely: conversation, gossip, small talk, checking in. And in a world where your social group isn't 40 people in a village anymore, but hundreds of contacts spread across a screen, your phone has become the grooming tool your primate brain still expects to use. Every time you check your messages, some ancient part of you is doing the same thing a chimpanzee does when it reaches out to pick through another chimpanzee's fur. You're checking your place in the group. You're making sure the bond is still there. So put it all together. Every time you reach for your phone, three ancient systems are firing at once: a vigilant system built to scan for danger, a reward system built to chase uncertainty, and a social bonding system built to maintain your place in the tribe. None of these systems know what a smartphone is. They just know the signals feel familiar, and they respond exactly the way they were built to respond. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. You are not fighting a lack of willpower when you try to put the phone down. You are fighting three systems that kept your species alive for hundreds of thousands of years. Systems that don't care about your productivity, your sleep, or your peace of mind. They only care about one thing: survival, in a world that no longer exists. And yet, understanding this changes something. Because once you know the alarm is ancient, the lever is a gamble, and the grooming instinct is just gossip in disguise, the pull loses some of its mystery. You start to notice the buzz for what it actually is: not an emergency, not a certainty, just a very old brain reacting to a very new world, the only way it knows how. Tonight, your phone will buzz again. Your hand will move before you decide to move it. And for one small second, you'll feel that same ancient pull your ancestors felt when the grass moved at the edge of the firelight. The tools have changed completely. The person reaching for them hasn't changed at all.